So I want to talk about, I've talked about batteries, I've talked about mech mods. I want to talk about regulated devices, of which I have quite a few now. Do I need any more stuff? No, I don't need any more vaping gear. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be buying more vaping gear. I don't need any more than I have. I have enough to satisfy me. But I like new shit. And I like collecting new shit and experiencing new things. And if something comes along that's different, that's new, that's going to give a different experience, I want to know what that is. Is it better than what I got? Experience-wise. This was my first regulated device, the IPv3. I knew I wanted a box mod. I knew I wanted something that could check ohms, that I could go up higher in wattage on, that had that flexibility. It uses two batteries, two 18650s. So I didn't understand when I got this that I was doing the same build and vaping, but safer on the battery and safer for me, and giving myself longer duration on battery life. I didn't know that. I just wanted to be able to go up higher in wattage and experience it. If it's out there and other people are doing it and it's good, let me see what that's like, because maybe I'll like it. And if I don't, then I'll sit there and vape on this at 15 watts. But I have 150. So I've got the Porsche, and I could go 150 miles an hour, but maybe I choose to drive at 30. That's my option. Smoking never gave us those options. I'm smelling to see if this juice is rancid, because it's been sitting around for a few days. But regulated device, it's got a floating spring pin, so I really don't have to make any adjustment. I could screw any addy on there. As long as the build is higher than 0.1, I'm rocking it. And I love that. And it's nice. After fiddling around with a Nemesis for a month or so, no, exactly from December 1st I started dripping to December 24th, Christmas Eve, I bought the MVP, the IVP. Merry Christmas to me. We first tried to do a build on my MVP, but 11 watts isn't enough to power even a single coil for dripping. But we tried. We tried. Where am I going with this whole little dialogue here that I'm babbling? Nobody's ever going to watch these videos. I'm doing this for my own personal journey. I'll post them, and if anybody watches them, I'll be shocked. But I don't know. I mean, hey, listen, I could be saying the same thing that 20 other people say, and for some reason you hear it from me, and it's relatable. Very cool. So, why go to a regulated device? Well, the idea here is not that once you get something else, you stop using the other things. You're developing a wardrobe. You're developing a collection. You have your favorite couple of pairs of shoes, maybe your one favorite pair, but you also wear other shoes. Some of them you hate, and you still wear them because they go with that tie or with that jacket, whatever. Well, the same goes with mods. That's a different vape. Sometimes I just want to grab a nice copper mech mod. It's a different vape than this. And I enjoy the freedom to use those and to enjoy those different vapes. But what the regulated device offers you is a little bit of knowledge of what's going on. This doesn't tell me the ohm of my build, the resistance. This doesn't tell me how many volts it's putting out or watts. This doesn't allow me to adjust the power into it. It's just going to take whatever from the battery. This allows me to adjust. And on a new build, I might start out at 30 watts and then go to 35, 40, 50, 60, 70, and work the coils in. Different juice tastes different at different wattage. So I may build for a specific juice that I want to taste differently so I can vape it at 80 or 90 watts. And that's the point of having regulated devices, so that you can experience that. aside from personal preference. Now, why do I own a bunch of these? Is it size? Is it comfort? This jellyfish just intrigued me when I saw it. That it has an internal battery that's 4,400 milliamp hour or 4,000 milliamp hours, so it'll last very long. Internal battery that charges. I don't have to worry about changing out batteries. I just plug it in, charge it, just like the iStick. Very similar in some ways to the iStick. But this came out first. The iStick 30 watt didn't exist when I bought my jellyfish. I like the jellyfish for its qualities. It also has a protection feature. It'll give you a safe vaping range. It will not allow me to vape above a certain range on a certain build. It reads the build, and it might not even let me vape on it at all if it's too low resistance or if it's just sketchy. Like I noticed, it won't read Clapton coils very well. It won't read an Addy that's built with twisted wire. It doesn't like that. It doesn't read the resistance correct. So it says something's up with that. It must be a short. It's not a short. It's just different metals that have different. I don't know. I really don't know. But I've got a Delta 2 sub-ohm tank, rebuildable tank on here. And it likes it just fine, and it fits in there. So, you know, I seem to house my Delta 2 on my jellyfish these days. This is cute little stealth vaping at its best. If the iStick 30 watt existed when I started vaping, I would have loved this sucker. I would have bought this, and I paid more for my MVP2 than I did for this. It's about the same price. So technology is catching up. Plus, it's so damn cute, I had to have one. That's that. When I'm driving, I can't drip easily. Nobody likes burning themselves, spilling juice, dropping the chuff cap somewhere in your car while you're driving 75 miles an hour. It's not smart. Both hands on the wheel. This is easy to grab. Get a satisfying vape. Put it back in my pocket. Done. This is not that easy to vape on, but it's easier than dripping. You know, I wouldn't put a tank on this. It's kind of like overkill. But I just had to have this because it goes up to 260 watts. And I didn't win the variant clone that I was trying for in a raffle. So I bought this instead directly from China. Sima Yu Borshui. It's an incredible device. Babbling my ass off. I don't even know what my point is. My point is 26 years of one brand of cigarettes. And now I'm like a sorority girl. Freshman year of college. Just pledged, now experiencing all the pleasures in life. Good analogy? I don't know. Now, it's not a good analogy because it makes it seem shallow and vapid and trivial. Why not own a bunch of different gear and use it? Why not have different things to find out what you like? And why not have a wardrobe full of vaping gear? Because you can. There was no wardrobe for smoking. There was several various lighters, and then that's it. And a habit, and one flavor, one brand. That's it. A red smoker didn't smoke lights. A light smoker didn't smoke reds. A camel smoker didn't pick up Newports once in a while because they liked the, I'm vaping on, this is from Fluid, this is Red Sleet, this is fresh strawberries and a little bit of menthol. I never liked menthol cigarettes. If I was dying for a cigarette, didn't have any, and the only available person I could bum a smoke off of smoked menthols, I would suffer through it. But as the soonest, earliest point I could buy my own brand, I was buying my own brand. And it's not like I suddenly wanted to go on a menthol cigarette binge for a month.